basically take your loppers, a handle in each hand, open it up, take that cradle, get that stem as far back on that cradle as you can, and then start bringing together the handles. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna keep going. And there you go.
Hey everybody, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden.
Hey guys, happy Saturday to you. It is day 138 of the Quarantine Gardeners.
If you don't know, that's us, and this is our daily video log of us accomplishing projects around our garden while under quarantine.
And thank you for watching and for being here, you guys. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on our daily videos that we post.
So guys, today is Tool Saturday, Hand Tool Saturday, and we wanted to talk to you today about loppers.
Yeah, garden loppers. We love them. We use them all the time. Sean's gonna demonstrate how to use them.
So guys, loppers. We need them to prune. We need them to get things done around our gardens. Well, got two pairs here. They're both Fiskars, but Corona makes them, Felco makes them. There's a lot of different companies out there that make them. The ones that I've found and Allison has found that work the best are the Fiskars and the Coronas. We really like Coronas. We just don't have a pair of those in loppers. So basically, a lopper is a cutting tool that you use when pruning, and it's basically just like a hand pruner, except it's got really long handles. There's the end that you hold on to, and then there's the end that does the cutting. As you can see, this is a bypass type of lopper, and it literally cradles the stem or the branch right in here, and then this comes down in a scissor motion and makes a nice clean cut, gives you that smooth cut that you need. So guys, this is different than an anvil lopper, which is just like an anvil hand shear, where this piece down here, there's no cradle, it's a straight piece coming out, a straight bottom piece on the cutting business end of this, and it would come out and it would be flat, and it would be like a cutting board, and you would have a straight edge, almost like a meat cleaver, and it would come down and chop basically the stem. Because we prefer this bypass lopper because these actually cradle the stem, as I told you before, and when they cut, they don't make as much damage. They don't crush the stem, literally crush it as it cuts it, where the anvil loppers will. So that's why we like these bad boys. That, and they just kind of, I don't know, they just look better. You would use loppers when you're cutting either a plant stem or branch that's larger than 1 inch, but no bigger than about 2 inches. And so you can go up to 2.5 inches on some of these, or bigger, but those loppers are more like, they've got a lot more beefier ends over here, and they're a lot harder to come down with, most of them. So it's easier just to cut from 1 inch up to about 2.5 inches. And then after that, you use a handsaw. And all you do, and we'll demonstrate here in a minute, is you take your stem, put it right underneath here, put this up against it, cradle it, and then you make the cutting motion and bring the two handles together, and that's it. Something to think about when you have these is you want to clean them on a regular basis. These aren't too bad. We cleaned these a couple weeks ago, and you want to clean them if you can every time, after every time you use them. We don't do that most of the time, but it's hard to follow because you're not thinking about it. But try to do it if you can, best practices and all. If you want to keep these rust-free, and you want to keep them nice and smooth, make sure don't let them sit overnight or really any time for a long periods of time wet, because they can rust over time. And get some WD-40 or some oil or something and put it in around these moving pieces, and definitely put it on the edge of the blade and on the other side of the cradle here. And when these two come together, that'll just fit nice and smooth, and you get that oil in there and it just makes it last a little bit longer. It takes care of it. Metal on metal is always a crazy thing, so put a little oil in there every once in a while, be good for it. So I'm going to tell you about a different kind of lopper, another kind of lopper where they've got this compound cutting piece where it really gives you a lot more torque. A lot of loppers that have this also have a larger cutting area, and you can take a bigger piece than maybe 2.5 inches in diameter of cutting of stem or branch. And that's cool, but just make sure that you get this compound piece. Otherwise, the leverage you're gonna get with the regular lopper is not gonna be good enough to really make that full cut, that through cut. These are really cool loppers, and these are Fiskars, but Felcos and definitely Coronas make these too, where these handles telescope out. So you unlock them with that little latch right there, and then it slides down, lock it back in. Now look at that. You got some reach, and you got more leverage. You can really open these up and get maybe about, you might be able to get more than about 2.5 or so inches into that if you wanted to, if you really wanted to cut something and you didn't want to bring your handsaw out. You can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't. This is pretty chewed up. We've done some interesting cutting with this, rocks and maybe even some wire fence. So that'll happen. So easiest thing to do, get your file out. Something to think about when you have these loppers and to use them, they'll be best to use if this edge goes past this cradle edge. So if it goes past it over here, watch, I'll close that and see how it goes past that. That's good, because otherwise if it doesn't go past that, if it goes to like here, you still have a gap where you potentially have that wood that's not gonna get cut. You're not gonna make a clean flush cut on that stem with these loppers. And that's not good, because then you end up breaking things, or it just can lead to some other weird stuff that can happen when you're pruning. So make sure when you have your loppers out that you check and see that that blade goes all the way past and a little bit further past the cradle of the lopper. We're at a rhodie plant, which needs to be pruned. We need to get it a little bit up off the ground here. It's leaning over the side of the hill, but it's gonna look better if we get a few more of these further up off the ground. Get some clearance under here so you can visually see a little bit more of the hillside. And plus we might wanna plant under here later. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your loppers, you're gonna find to where you wanna make your cut. And in this case, we're gonna take this branch off, and maybe this branch off, we'll see. Basically take your loppers, a handle in each hand, open it up, take that cradle, get that stem as far back on that cradle as you can, and then start bringing together the handles. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna keep going. And there you go. Okay guys, we got the one branch out. We're gonna go after this other one here, and here we go. So there we go, cut it off, see, that's nice. So pretty easy to do. I'm gonna come up here. There's a bigger branch up here and it goes all the way up to there. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut this guy out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm not gonna come at it like this because I can't get this all the way in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the loppers around, and you'll find out how to do all this in your personal style of pruning once you get into it. But I'm gonna take that cradle and I'm gonna put that upside down right there. And now I'm gonna make my cut. There we go. Boy, that was pretty tough. Dead wood, tough to cut through. So there you go. So now we're up a little bit further up off the ground. I'm gonna make some more cuts real quick here. So guys, that's how you use loppers, and that's what loppers are. Hopefully you found that helpful and you can use that information around your garden.
Yeah, let us know if you have any questions about loppers, how to prune. We're gonna have some pruning resources coming up this late summer and fall. So look forward to that on our website at spokengarden.com, or you can always email us. We'll have the link down below.
So guys, leave your comments and questions down below for us. We love hearing from you guys. Give us that thumbs up, let us know we're doing a good job, and subscribe to the channel so you get updates on our latest videos.
Yeah, and that's a wrap for today, you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with another Science Sunday. So come on back to see what we're up to, and have a great day ahead, you guys.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.